The family of Malaysian death row inmate Pannir Selvam has lodged a formal complaint with the Law Society of Singapore on Tuesday, alleging that lawyer Ong Ying Ping acted improperly in his legal representation. They further claim that the Law Society has failed to address their concerns, despite Pannir's imminent execution scheduled for 20th February 2025. The complaint stems from Ong's handling of Pannir's criminal review motion, which was linked to the disclosures in the prison correspondence case. This case involved the unlawful forwarding of death row prisoners' correspondence by the Ministry of Home Affairs and the Singapore Prison Services to the Attorney General's chambers. According to Pannir's family, Ong visited him in prison on July 29, 2024, just 3 days before a crucial court hearing, and pressured him into signing a notice to act in person. This document indicated that Pannir would represent himself in court. However, in subsequent proceedings, Ong informed the court that Pannir and other prisoners had voluntarily discharged him to argue their cases independently. Pannir's family contends that they were unaware of this development and had continued to make payments to Ong, even on the same day he sought a discharge from the case. Between late 2023 and July 2024, the family paid Ong a total of 7,000 Singapore dollars, despite their financial difficulties. They allege that Ong misled not only Pannir and their family, but also the court. On 26 October 2024, a formal complaint was filed with the Law Society. On 13 January 2025, the Law Society's counsel referred the complaint to the chairman of the inquiry committee, and a two-person review committee was formed. The family argues that Pannir's execution would result in the dismissal of the complaint, as he is the key witness. They also claim that similar complaints against Ong, filed by other executed prisoners, were ignored. On delivering their statement to the Law Society, Pannir's family met Sean and another staff member from the Law Society's communications department. They were told that the Law Society would only respond if required by the court, and would otherwise take no action. The family requested to meet Gokul Haridas, the head of the Law Society's regulatory department overseeing complaints, but were informed he would not meet them despite being present in the building. They also highlighted that Pannir's current counsel, 2 Crossing G, had written to the inquiry panel regarding the complaint's status but had received no reply. The Law Society staff stated they would try their best to obtain a response but did not provide assurances. When asked whether the complaint would proceed if Pannir were executed, the staff had no answer. They also stated that the Law Society had no power to intervene in an execution. When it was suggested that the Law Society could join Pannir's ongoing stay application as an interested third party, the staff insisted they had no authority to do so. The family was eventually asked to leave, with staff stating there was nothing more they could do. When Pannir's sister, Sankari, requested a formal response, the staff deliberated for 10 minutes before agreeing to receive the statement, but refused to commit to a reply. They also declined to disclose who in the Law Society's management would review the statement. Furthermore, the Law Society did not provide a position on Pannir's execution despite his ongoing complaint. Pannir's family has raised concerns that the Law Society's inaction may enable misconduct to go unchecked, particularly since at least 2 other prisoners with similar complaints against Ong have already been executed. They argue that without intervention, allegations of professional misconduct against Ong may never be addressed. As the execution date approaches, the family continues to seek justice and clarity on the handling of their complaint. They maintain that Pannir should be allowed to see the complaint process through before any irreversible action is taken. The Law Society of Singapore has not publicly commented on the matter, nor has it responded to TOC's query. A candlelight vigil is scheduled for Wednesday night in remembrance of Pannir Selvam, ahead of his scheduled execution on 20th February 2025. Organisers state that the vigil will also honour the 12 individuals executed in Singapore over the past year under its capital punishment laws. The Singapore Prison Service recently informed Pannir's family of the execution date and granted them additional visitation hours in his final days. This notification came shortly after 20 civil society and human rights organisations, including Amnesty International, urged Malaysia to take immediate and decisive action to advocate for Pannir, who has exhausted all legal avenues since his 2017 sentencing. The upcoming vigil is expected to draw activists, supporters, and members of the public who oppose the death penalty.